Every community has a beginning, and every name carries a story. Behind every tradition, there is a history waiting to be remembered. The Abanyala are one of the Luhya communities of Western Kenya. Their story is connected to migration, survival, family, and the preservation of culture. Well, long before modern borders existed, communities moved across lands, searching for fertile places to settle, to raise families, and build their own future through generations. The Abanyala developed their own identity, their language, and their traditions, and their ways of life. The name Abanyala is more than just a name. It represents a people connected by ancestry, shared memories, and a strong sense of belonging. This is the story of the Abanyala, their origin, their traditions, their struggles, and the culture they continue to protect today. Well, the history of the Abanyala begins with migration and settlement. Just like many African communities, the Abanyala trace their roots through generations of movements, where families and clans traveled in search of land, safety, and opportunities. Well, the Abanyala are part of the larger Luhya community, which is made up of several subtribes and each with its own history, dialect, and traditions. Over time, the Abanyala settled mainly in part of Western Kenya, where they established villages, farms, and communities. Their society was built around clans. Each clan carried stories of ancestors, responsibilities, and connection that linked the past with the present. Through storytelling, elders passed knowledge from one generation to another, ensuring that the history of the Abanyala would never be forgotten. Family has always been the foundation of Abanyala society. The community values respect for elders, unity among relatives, and cooperation among neighbors. Traditionally, elders played an important role in guiding the community. They settled disputes, taught young people about life, and preserved cultural values. Marriage was not only a union between two individuals, but also a connection between two families. It involved traditions, celebrations, and the involvement of relatives. Children were taught important values such as respect, hard work, honesty, and responsibility. The Abanyala also had traditional ceremonies that marked important stages of life. This included birth, initiation, marriage, and death. These traditions helped strengthen identity and maintain unity within the community. Culture is the heart of every community, and for the Abanyala, it is a treasure passed down through generations. The Abanyala traditionally practiced farming. They grew crops that supported their families and communities. Agriculture was not only a way of survival, but also a way of bringing people together. Traditional foods included crops such as maize, vegetables, and other locally grown foods prepared using knowledge passed from mothers and grandmothers. Music and dances were important parts of celebrations. Through songs, people expressed happiness, shared history, and taught lessons to younger generations. Traditional clothing, storytelling, and ceremonies also played a major role in showing identity and pride. Although times have changed, many Abanyala people continue to respect and preserve their culture practices. Today, the Abanyala continue to be an important part of Kenya's cultural diversity. Modern education, technology, and changing lifestyles have influenced the community, but many people still hold on to their language, traditions, and history. The young generations are learning the importance of knowing where they came from through cultural events, storytelling, and research. Well, the history of the Abanyala continues to live on. Culture is not only about the past, it is a bridge connecting ancestors, the present generation, and the future. The story of the Abanyala reminds us that every community has a huge, unique journey worth discovering. This is the story of the Abanyala, a people of history, strength, identity. The story of the Abanyala does not just end with the past. It continues through people who carry their name, their values, and traditions into the future for generations. The Abanyala have preserved their identity through their language, family bonds, storytelling, and respect for their ancestors. Their wisdom of elders has helped younger generations understand the importance of knowing where they came from. Well, today, Abanyala people can be found contributing to different fields, including education, business, leadership, agriculture, arts, and other professions. Their journey shows how a community can grow while still protecting its roots. However, like many cultures around the world, the Abanyala faces the challenges of keeping their traditions alive in a changing world. As a younger generations embrace modern lifestyle, preserving language, traditional knowledge, and cultural practices become more important than ever. The future of the Abanyala also depends on the next generation. Young people who are willing to learn, to celebrate, and share their heritage with others, because culture is not only something we inherit from our ancestors, it is also something we protect and pass on to those who come after us. The Abanyala story is a story of resilience, their identity, and pride, a journey from the past, living in the present, and inspiring the future. Well, every community has a voice, and for the Abanyala, the voice lives through their people, their memories, their traditions for many years. Elders have been the keepers of their history, through stories, through proverbs, through their songs and cultural teachings. They have carried the knowledge of the past and shared it with younger generations. The Abanyala language remains an important part of their identity. Language is not only a way of communicating, it carries wisdom, humor, beliefs, and experience of the people. In today's world of technology and social media, the Abanyala have new opportunities to share their culture with the world. Young people are using education, videos, music, and research just to document their heritage. Well, they ensure it is not forgotten. The responsibility of preserving culture belongs to everyone. Elders who protect the knowledge, parents who teach their children, and young people who continue the journey. The story of the Abanyala is more than a story of the past. It is a living story that continues to grow, with every new generation. From the footsteps of their ancestors to the dreams of their children, the Abanyala journey continues. It is a journey of pride. It is a journey of resilience. It is a journey of unity and identity.